GMGM, everyone. This is Dr. Josh, CryptoMondays Global. We are still at Websummit. You know, we had all the big VIPs so far, but we're just getting bigger and bigger as we're going on. I got some surprises for you today, and of course, you can check out all these small interviews on our website and also on our YouTube channel, CryptoMondays Global, which is a global form of Crypto Mondays, and we go around the world doing all these kind of cool events and meetups. And so check out Crypto Mondays in your local community. Who we have today right now is Lorien Gabel from Figment. And I know you've heard of Figment if you're a big player, institutional player, because they do institutional staking of Ethereum. Good morning, Lorien.
You ran out of VIPs, so now I'm here. There you go.
No, actually, we got some work on the way. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yes, okay, well, I'll hold the fort down until you find the VIPs.
No, these are actually only VIP interviews. We've already had people like Marwan Al-Zaruni from Blockchain Center. We're going to have, we also had the head of Internet Computer. I know that they're not probably working with you. You're only working with Ethereum, is that correct? Tell me what you do.
Well, no, we run on approximately 30 proof-of-stake blockchains, primarily Ethereum. So if you're an institutional holder of Ethereum or an exchange or a custodian or a large token holder, you have at least 32 ETH, we'll provide the staking infrastructure, reward for reporting compliance if you want to stake your ETH or another proof-of-stake token.
So I'm sure you're very excited about that ETF that just occurred. Does that have it?
Yeah, so I think it's obviously positive news for the space. People like BlackRock are our clients, so I think it's a good interim step for larger adoption for people who have a difficult time acquiring Ethereum directly. Over time, of course, it's a peer-to-peer technology, and I like to see more people holding Ethereum directly and staking it, etc. One of the things you can do if you're a long-term holder. But yeah, it's exciting, and I think it's a positive indicator, especially in the U.S. where there's obviously been some regulatory headwinds.
Cool. And you know what? Yesterday I just interviewed another VIP, but he was a Bitcoin maximalist, and he doesn't consider Bitcoin crypto.
What does he consider it?
I guess that was the question I should have asked, but we didn't go further into that consideration. But in the sense of this proof of work, proof of stake argument, you're obviously in the proof of stake camp. Yep. And tell us why proof of stake is actually a good thing and why that is a viable solution.
Look, I love Bitcoin. I own Bitcoin. I save a little Bitcoin every week, so I'm not really a
Bitcoin every week, everybody.
A little bit of Bitcoin. So I really don't think it's either. The question is, do you believe there's going to be only one blockchain in the future or more than one? And so I think there's going to be more than one. There's different use cases. I think Bitcoin has found its use case, and I think Ethereum has also. And so I don't really see like there's a fundamental contradiction between the two systems. Proof of work obviously works. Hasn't been hacked. It's been great for Bitcoin. It's a great system. It has scalability issues, and for Ethereum, proof of stake is a much better way to scale that protocol, etc. So I really don't see like there's a contradiction and you have to choose one.
Cool. And you're working with 30 different blockchains doing the infrastructure for staking. So if somebody wants to use Figment, then they got to have 32 ETH or some equivalent in their area. So you're mostly looking at institutional clients, things like that.
That's right. Yeah. So if you have 32 ETH, then you can stake directly with us. We also provide our infrastructure to most of the major custodians and exchanges. So if you're a client to them, you may actually be staking with us already. If you're a VC fund or an asset manager, then that's our customer segment. But if you're an individual and you hold 32 ETH or another proof of stake token, you can come to our website at figment.io and stake your tokens.
Cool. And so just last question, man, because I know you're a very busy VIP.
Not that busy. Okay.
Busy enough. I mean,
I'm in Lisbon. How busy can we be?
Yeah. Well, it just seems so busy here at Websummit with all these millions of people around here. And so in relation to, you mentioned BlackRock as one of your clients.
Not yet. One of the type of our clients.
Okay, the type of clients that you have are big institutional players, people that obviously have the kind of capital to invest up to 32 ETH or more, and need the kind of services you offer. Now, there's a lot of concern about actually institutional players like this. There's a lot of happiness on one side of people coming in like this, but then there's a lot of concern about these big players taking over and centralizing crypto and things like that. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think it's a legitimate concern. You know, if you let's just look at Ethereum. Over 90% of wallets have less than 32 ETH. So that sounds pretty decentralized, but if you look at like the value of wallets with more than 32 ETH, that's like 80% of the volume. So something like 100,000 wallets have like 80% or more of the volume. So it's a little bit of a contradiction, and I think that's the reality of that there are the large holders. It's like a Pareto distribution, and that's the case for most blockchain networks right now, and they seem to work. But yeah, I think it's always an issue to keep an eye on.
Okay, and also in the sense of the signatories as well, right? The people that signed. I heard there's a very small number in Ethereum or these other things as far as decentralization. Just on that point, DAOs. If there's a DAO that comes up with 32 ETH collectively or whatever, is that the kind of they would be a great customer?
There's a lot of treasuries and DAOs that will also stake that ETH. That's right, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So if you guys are getting together as a collective DAO, I'd see that as a future, that people are putting their ETH and their crypto together, and then that way they can actually compete and they can get that kind of node infrastructure, they can get that kind of support from Figment and use your services, because I'm sure it's world class. Anything else you want to leave off with?
I really enjoyed the conversation.
Okay, thank
you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Lorien.